Hello YouTube family, Greg D here with TGN, and we are back for another video. While I finished up making the 3,500 subscriber giveaway video, I thought that I would make another video just because I've had several requests to do a, what's the best power for each role heading into 2019. So before we get started, disclaimer, if you are someone who takes gaming or DCUO way too seriously and is going to break your controller, break your TV, because I tell you that such and such power is a good tank and it wasn't a good tank for you and you get all pissed off about it, then you probably want to shut this off right now. I'm telling you ahead of time. I'm someone who just likes who likes to just play the game for fun. I don't take it too seriously. So this video is going to be for those kind of people, because you have to remember as well, what works for me may not work for you. What works well for some other people doesn't necessarily work well for me either. So take this for what it is. Try it out. That's the most important thing, is to kind of try different things and see what works best for you, because I've noticed that once people find a particular loadout, a particular power that they really like, more often than not, they stick with it throughout the entire duration of themselves playing the game. So, like, for example, for me, Earth and Sorcery, those are my favorite two powers in the game, and I always end up coming back to them no matter what. So, like I said, if you're some hardcore gaming dude who's going to get pissed off and rage break everything because you lost, or you weren't the top DPS, or it took you more than 2 minutes to get a style set, then just turn the video off right now. We don't want you here. We don't want that. It's a game, okay? Anyway, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to give you, through my own personal experience and what I've seen, I'll give you a best one for each role, and then I'll give kind of like a top 2 or 3. So right off the bat, the best power in the game, hands down, no matter what role you're talking about, has to be Rage. Rage is an awesome DPS. More often than not, when you have a Rage DPS in the game, that person is going to be the top DPS, as long as they know what they're doing. Personally, because of my one hand, I'm not great with the combos, so I'm not totally great at Rage, but I've seen it. Rage is awesome. Rage is an awesome, awesome tank, because you can pretty much take care of yourself. You can absorb damage. You can heal yourself. So I would say that Rage is probably number 1, the best DPS and the best tank, bar none, hands down, just because you're so self-sufficient. And that is a huge, huge deal in the game, especially if you're running content and you don't have a controller, or I should say, like, you don't have a healer. You can kind of take matters into your own hands, if you will, and kind of take care of yourself and help your group get through instances. So tank, Rage by far. DPS, Rage by far. I would say controller, to me, it's always been Quantum. To me, mental and Quantum for me are like neck and neck. And Light is up there too. I would probably say that even Quantum has always been the best to me, but right now, as of 2019, I might actually say Mental, just because of the crowd control effects. And that can be said for Quantum and Light as well. Just being able to give power back, obviously, in the controller sense, but the crowd control effects is what's huge for those powers. Stunning people and keeping ads in place while everyone else can do the boss. It's those powers by far. I would definitely say, I know I'm rambling here. I get it. Mental for sure, as far as controller right now. Quantum is there. Light is there. So if you wanted the top 3, Mental, Quantum, Light. As far as healer is concerned, in my personal opinion, I've always preferred sorcery healing, but I actually think that electric healing is probably the best. I've tried water healing before, and it just didn't have the same oomph to it. I've always, and like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I've always been kind of earth and sorcery biased a little bit, but Electric, from what I have actually played, electricity seems to be the best healer. And that's all it really is. Now, sorcery, one could say, because it's a pet power, sorcery is kind of like a good all-around power, just because you can spawn a DPS pet, you can spawn a healing pet, and you can also spawn a tank pet. And of course, you also have the supercharge Grand Summoning, which will spawn one of each for, I think the supercharge lasts like 30 seconds or something, which is awesome in boss fights. And that's why I always have loved sorcery. So I would probably say electric is the best healer as of right now. Nature is a good one too. I know a lot of people who are like very nature biased, but for me personally, in my opinion, I think electric is the best healer. If you wanted the top 2 or 3, it would be electric, sorcery, and nature, probably. So for, I think that's it. I mean, DPSing wise, rage, obviously, like I said, is number 1. Mental is another one that's up there right now. I've always been earth. Like I said, earth and sorcery biased. Earth is a good one. Sorcery is a good all-around power. I would probably say that as far as like the actual DPSing, probably like earth, mental, or rage, mental, and earth are probably your top 3 as of right now. For tanking, your top 3 are probably going to be rage, earth, ice. Those are probably my top 3. I've always loved earth too, just because, once again, it's a pet power. I love having the pet powers. It's an extra way to kind of get the attention towards you as a tank, but you're not taking all of the damage on yourself, which is a very good thing. So, just kind of overview here. I know I've been rambling now for 7 minutes, it looks like. So, all around, best power in the game, by far, is rage. If you want a good balanced power that can kind of fit well into any role, try sorcery. Because you can be a decent healer with that. You can be a decent DPS with that. And obviously you can spawn each one of the pets, minus being a controller. I didn't mention, or I did say controller, never mind. So best power by far, whether you want DPS or tank, is rage. Best all-around balanced power, I would say, is sorcery. Best controller power right now is mental. And best healer power, I would say, is electric. Once again, this is my opinion, so take it for what it's worth. Try it out and see for yourself. But if you're looking for a top couple, DPS would be rage, earth, mental, sorcery. If you want a good, decent tank power, you're looking at rage, by far the best. Earth, ice, controller-wise, mental, quantum, or light, hands down, one of those 3. And healer-wise, you want electric, you want sorcery, you want nature. That's all I got for you. So heading into 2019, if you're looking for something that has kind of intrigued you, but you haven't pulled the plug, or, kind of jumped into the, jumped off the cliff to try something new, it might be the time. Try something out. If you've been playing Quantum for the last year, and maybe you want to try being a healer now, try electricity, try sorcery, try nature. Can't hurt it. Like I said, figure out what works best for you and roll with it, because like I said, more often than not, once you find something that you like, you're gonna probably stick with it. So that's all I got for you guys. Hope you guys found this informative. Like I said, just my opinion, just what I've seen. You don't have to agree with it. You don't have to like it, but here I am. So thank you guys again so much for watching, and until next time, see you soon.